Welcome, everyone, to another episode of ROMs Over Baghdad. I was going to try to do a golf announcer voice, very calm, very quiet, but just not me. And that's not the kind of energy I want to bring to this podcast. Every single week, I want to be hyped. It's impossible, but I try to be. Joining me today on this golf course, as you can see with the green behind me, we have DJ.
Get in the hole.
Get in the hole. Let's go, Tiger. Yeah, Tiger. Something. How do you feel about Tiger Woods winning a Masters? Give me your thoughts.
I'm fine with it. I would have loved like Kopka or like Cantoray, the guy. Like, I loved like in the middle of the day, out of nowhere, there was Molinari and Woods talk, and then Molinari flubbed it into the water, and out of nowhere, Cantoray was just like, this guy's got an eagle. Suddenly he's in first place. I don't know what the fuck's happening. No one's got cameras on him because he's fucking Cantoray and he's like almost done. And he was like tied 30th at the start of the day. The Masters today was very fun in the fact that there was 30 people within like 2 shots of each other. So it was actually an interesting race to the end. Plus they were trying to rush it to avoid a thunderstorm.
They were.
Because, so
wild.
that was all fun.
Windy all day. It was like a really weird. Yeah. It was actually very enjoyable. As somebody that doesn't watch golf, like it was fun to watch these professionals just put in the woods like every single swing. It was
and it was progressively getting worse, which was cool. Yep. I liked like the worry of like if they stay out too long, is Woods gonna get fucked from the people that are already done? That was cool. And the takeaway of Woods winning is I hope EA now has confidence again and gives him another golf game, and it's a good golf game. That's my hope for this win.
Yep. Pretty cool. Mary, sitting over there, doesn't know anything about golf.
No,
I would like to ask you your thoughts on Francisco marinara sauce.
It's good if you make it from scratch.
Okay.
If you're in a hurry, just use some cans of tomato paste. Okay. Just add another can of water to 1 can of tomato paste. You got a sauce going.
Yep.
Sometimes I like to cut up pepperoni slices and put it in the sauce too.
That's
for a fun little extra twist. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Good. Maybe if it was that sauce had pepperoni in it, maybe he wouldn't have sunk 2 holes in the water and 12 and 15. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Yep. Jake?
Wait. Mozzarella balls look like golf balls. Is that about
think
the
a few fresher mozzarella.
There you go.
Pretty good sized mozzarella ball.
Yeah.
They sell little ones, like about that big,
Mhm.
HEB, in some brine.
Brine water.
I use it for
Yeah.
spaghetti every week.
Cool.
Zucchini noodles now, though. Gotta keep it good
Mm-hmm.
and keto.
Gotta keep it keto, you know? We gotta keep it. Jake, thoughts on keto chow at this moment? Just what are you feeling? What do you think about it? Okay, great.
It's a thing that exists.
Good. Great.
I got nothing.
How do you like to spice up your marinara sauce? I think that's what we're at now, right?
I just use whatever's in a jar, dude.
Okay.
Let's keep it going, man. Come on.
Prego? Is it Prego traditional? Or are you a ragu man?
Dude,
What do you...
Prego, because
Okay. Well,
that's what
wrong, but
we
that's
always
fine.
used when I was growing up. So
Is
Okay.
Prego a brand?
Yes.
Or is that like okay, yeah. I wasn't
It's
sure.
got the chunky tomato parts, which
Chunkies.
is why I hate it. And my family always went ragu.
Yeah,
so there you
ragu.
go.
Okay, great.
We have
Good.
chunky
Great.
ragu tomatoes though, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get the ragu meat sauce. It's super easy.
Just
Actually, I don't get that anymore.
Just,
It's full of sugar. If you're gonna get jarred sauce, get the Raos.
Yeah, Raos. That's what
RAO.
I used to.
They're good. Yeah.
You guys have dolmio there? I'm sure you do, right?
I mean, I don't pay attention
What?
to
You
names.
don't have dolmio? Dolmio is like fucking kings of Italian shit over here.
Never heard of it.
Maybe you're closer to the Italian
have
equator or something.
Fucking puppets in their adverts and stuff. It's a fun Italian family time.
Is it like Mario with a Mamma Mia?
Kind
Made of this
you're
pasta
not
sauce.
far off.
There's some really good. If you want to laugh, you should go over to the golf subreddit. There's some really funny memes over there. I'm just saying. Thank you.
Did you suddenly just become a fan of golf like within the last like 5
I'm
hours?
a fan of golf.
Because this is the most I've ever heard you talk about golf ever.
I know. I don't watch it, but for some reason this weekend we were doing a lot of work outside and we just had it on all the time, and I've been in and out of the house, and there it was, golf, and then Tiger Woods just coming from behind, and oh god, the puppets. Oh god, the puppets. Oh no. Oh, the horror of it all. Some really creepy
I'm amazed
chickens.
you guys don't have dolmio.
Dolmio. That is a thick lasagna she's laying out on that plate. That's a good quarter pound
That's
of
how
lasagna.
you want it.
I think they use puppets because people, the stereotypically Italian, don't exist in real life.
Yep.
Especially in the UK.
Just steal some from Italy and just bring them over. That's all you need. Great. Well, I just bought some Italian sauce at the store. Other news, I'm painting my room, so that's fun. We were at the store, decided to grab a can of paint, but also get some Italian sauce. It's pretty good.
Your segue game is on point today, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not bad.
Pretty good.
Just smooth like butter.
The color of your room?
All right, so I was teasing this before. It's very anime. The color I went with is After the Rain. It's a very anime choice
God.
for the paint color. Sherwin-Williams, if you would like to know which brand, you can look it up.
You didn't go with Minion Yellow?
No. Oh god. I don't want to wake up and screaming nightmares. I want to wake up in the rain, you know? After the
Instead,
rain.
you want to think about 40-year-old managers of Denny's and your crush on them.
Sure. Yeah.
What?
Why not?
That's what that anime is about. After the Rain. Yeah. It's about a girl in track who fucks up her ankle and has like a personal crisis and decides she has a crush on a 40-year-old manager of a Denny's.
Is it specifically a Denny's? Like,
it's a very good show.
Is it?
It's basically
it's
a
family
Denny's.
restaurant.
It's a fake
Denny's.
Denny's.
All
right.
The
I was
word
gonna.
Denny's, but
Benny's.
That'd been funny if it was like
Denny's,
actually just a
straight up.
Denny's, like some weird tie-in. Like, yeah, you can use the name of the place in the show. They don't actually check what they're using it for, but
I linked the color. That's After the Rain. It's a beautiful shade of blue. It's gonna look great in the walls. Much better than the dinosaurs I had for a year, so very
All right,
excited about
I'm
that.
gonna click this link and I'm gonna gamble and see which monitor it opens on. Okay, we're good.
Why does Sherwin
Nice.
Williams want to give me alerts on my browser?
ShermanWilliams.com wants to know your location. No.
Yeah.
Sherwin just wants to come on over. Mr.
Sherwin,
Williams.
dude, we talked about this, man.
The weird thing is the Sherwin-Williams store in my area is like in this vacant, abandoned industrial park area of the town. It's like old school coal baron stuff. There's a railroad track and old rail cars and stuff. That's really a weird spot for Sherwin-Williams. Everything's destroyed over there. The road is like coming up in huge chunks. It's a very weird thing to have to stop over there. So anyway, that's been my day. Playing some video games lately. A little refocus maybe on the important stuff, which is, of course, video games. I've been working my way through The Witcher 3, making some good progress there. Should be finished up with that next weekend, probably. Once I get a little Easter time in. 4-day weekend, so get a little Easter time in and clean it up, finish up, get it done this week. So excited about that finally to be done. Play some DLC too, probably, maybe. I don't know how long that DLC is. Mary, did you play that DLC?
I think I started it, but I did not finish it. So yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's kind of long. Like,
okay. Shit. Okay. Well, that's gonna take forever, but we're gonna get there. I'll be happy when it's done, and I can focus on finishing some other games like Red Dead and stuff that's still on my plate. But we're making good progress. I also got third in Tetris 99. I felt pretty good about that. Almost won it. Very close. Lasted like 10 more seconds. I would have had it, but that goddamn guy dropped like a whole 2 Tetrises on me, and I was like, well, it was bad. But I'm getting better.
How many KOs did you get?
4. I think.
And
4.
what do you
5.
leave your thingy on? Do you leave it on Do you leave it on attackers, or do you aim for KOs?
I usually go with KOs early, and then I'll switch it to attackers as I progress into the later stages. And then right at the end, I usually switch. Like if I'm in the top 10, I usually switch to KOs and try to knock people out as quickly as possible to get the higher level. It's hard. I think the thing I'm struggling with right now is I don't know how to do T-spins really well, and that's a big challenge. Like I don't even know how to. Like I've done like 3 of them
by chance.
By chance, like setting them up is like crazy difficult. So,
are you using Joy-Cons, or have you got a pad?
No, I'm using just kind of the basic switch, and then in non-docked mode or whatever. And it's good. I wanted to try it on the big screen, but I feel like my timing would be way off with that, so maybe I won't.
Huh.
But I don't know. Doing good though. I like Tetris. I'm getting pretty consistent now in the 20s, which feels pretty good. I can usually get in the 20s. Sometimes you'll just get knocked the hell out right off the bat with a huge line of things, but I'm doing well. Just want to win it once. Just one time. It's hell. It's hell out there on a Tetris battlefield. I'm sure you can agree. Okay. And then the only other thing I've been playing is some virtual console stuff. Working on some other stuff with Mario. Doing some Mario Golf for reasons. And then also doing a little Legend of Zelda. And that's been my gaming week. Not much, but...
Which Zelda?
Number 1.
Ah.
Zelda number 1. The first Zelda.
I'm intrigued to play something on that thing and actually play like a like story game or something that isn't just like Mario Golf. Sure. What's one that I should play that's a great picture? Did you already do the bit?
Already 10 roll. Come on.
No, it's not a 10 roll. It's your first one you get, but it was an SSR, so I'm sorry. I had to that's why I'm distracted too.
Tell me a good game to play on that virtual console thing, because I don't want to find my mini SNES, which is underneath like 30 shoeboxes at this point.
Sure.
Weird.
Yeah.
I feel like probably the best games to play on that are games you might not have gotten around to. Like Ninja Gaiden, I feel like is on there, and that's
Okay.
something I never ever played. I never played Black or anything like that either. So I felt like, yeah, let's play the
Okay.
original Ninja Gaiden a little bit. See what's up with that.
I've never had a NES or a SNES or any of those consoles, so
No, me either.
never played any of those games. Okay.
Before my time, certainly. But yeah, I'm working through Zelda. I think that's one where I really liked Breath of the Wild, and now I want to actually know what Zelda is. We've talked about before in the past, like I didn't care about Zelda before Breath of the Wild. That was the game that made me go like, oh, okay, this is this. Okay, that's interesting. So we're gonna keep kind of plugging away at that and try to figure out what Zelda is. That's my goal. To understand who is Link. What is Link?
Link is actually several people across several different timelines.
Yeah. It's
Also known as the hero of time.
Okay, so like the OA, that's great. Okay, good. Good.
Sure.
It is. I mean, it is. So, it is. Mary, I need you to watch the OA. Just please, for me, just as an anime watcher. I need somebody. I mean, I talked to Gaff about
like
this.
TV shows that are way too anime, though. Like one, I don't know.
It's so pretentious, but I love it so much. It's like very anime, extremely. But yeah. So yeah, that's my week in gaming. What you guys been up to? Mary? What you doing? How's your 10 roll?
Well, I downloaded the Senran Kagura phone game because we were talking about who our favorite Senran Kagura character was, and we realized there are a bunch of characters that are exclusive to this phone game. So I was like, I'm gonna download it and check it out. I've only gone through like the intro tutorial so far, and it seems like it's an RPG battling game where the girls you get are cards. So yeah, I'm gonna do a roll real fast and see.
Do a
what
little
I get.
roll, you know?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
If I know any of the characters, I will describe them.
Okay. Well, like we were saying, a lot of these are made up for this phone game, which makes sense because if you're gonna sell like gems to people, you got to have more ladies in there.
Yeah, and exclusive ladies.
Yes.
Exclusive.
Okay, here we go.
How are you gonna do this? By seeing at the same time?
Oh, you can see
watch your screen.
how dirty my phone is. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
The
We can see
how
literally everybody's phone looks like that. It's just the lighting.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, that's her.
That's lady.
She's she makes those novels for ladies. The lewd novels. I don't know who that second one was. Was that?
Oh wow.
What?
All I got was 2 characters. I don't know.
Not a 10. Okay.
Whatever. I guess I'll talk about this next week when I.
Oh no.
Thanks for the money. That's what that game just said.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll re-roll like an insane person, and so I can have a good team. Blah blah blah. But as for like actual real games I played, it was mainly just Risk of Rain 2, nonstop all week. Gary and I both bought copies, which was we should have bought it before the 30th because then we would have only had to pay $20. But since we
I didn't know that was a limited time thing when I brought it up. So
yeah, that's okay. Well, it took us a while to decide like we actually wanted to play it or not. We were able to find some third-party keys for like $16 each, so that helped a little. But yeah, ended up paying a lot. But I don't really mind because that game is super fun. I've had a lot of fun with it. Let me load up Steam and see how many hours I have so far because I've not let it sit. It's just been me playing it. I've unlocked all the characters available so far. Done several like hour-long runs. I did play a fair amount on easy just so I could unlock everything. But I had a run last night playing as a huntress where it was like an hour and a half, and I got 6 stages, and I was just playing it solo. And man, that game is so much fun. I barely played Risk of Rain 1, but I'm really enjoying this 3D version of the game.
Oh, huh. Yeah, I mean that's. I think every time I look at Risk of Rain 2, I feel like I want to play it at some point, but not right now. I want to wait until they get a little closer to release, so it's a little bit more.
It's like a game right now.
Sure.
Like yeah. It's not like a typical early access game.
Mm-hmm.
They are adding a lot eventually, though.
Do they have like a roadmap or something like that, or what's the?
When you load up the game, there are these icons that have like a little wrench on them. So there's like 5 more characters they're going to add. There's like basically another page of items they're adding to the game. I know they're adding a boss later on. I'm not sure exactly when, but I've definitely had a lot of fun with it. Steam finally loaded up, and I have 14 hours so far.
Whoa.
And we just got it like on Monday. So I played a lot of it, considering I'm also spreading my time between shitty phone games and watching Giant Bomb live streams and stuff. But other than that, I've been trying to catch up on Final Fantasy VII. Man, that game has some stupid shit in it that I totally forgot about. Like, there's a part where you go to a chocobo farm and you talk to the chocobos and you say like "quay" back to them, and then they do this dance routine where they're jumping all around and animating.
I remember that.
And I was like, I totally forgot about this, and it's super dumb.
You just block that out of your memory. You're like, oh god.
Yep. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is going on? And it lasts for like way too long too. There's a part where Cloud is telling important backstory about Sephiroth, and there's a segment where you go into Tifa's bedroom and you raid her underwear drawer and you find her orthopedic underwear. And I was like, oh yeah, that's something that happens in this game.
And people said Kingdom Hearts was dumb. What are you talking about?
Kingdom Hearts is fucking dumb, dude.
I mean, yeah, the core story of the Heartless and all that, and the made-up names, and you get your evil dude name and getting Norded.
Kingdom Hearts is no more dumb than
Norded, bro.
But yeah, I'm having fun with it. I'm just taking my time playing Final Fantasy VII, but I shouldn't take my time because Best Buy had a sale on Tales of Vesperia for the Switch. It finally went on sale. I already bought that game like once for the 360, like 10 years ago or whatever, but this has all the content for the Japanese PS3 version finally in English and in Japanese, because now I can play it with Japanese voice acting. And I just got that in the mail, barely started it, so not much to say there. And I've been playing too much Risk of Rain nonstop with Gary.
Huh. Well, good.
What's your favorite character to play, Risk of Rain?
I know it's dumb, but I still really like the Commando.
I go back to the Commando every now and then too.
Like I think I saw this on the internet somewhere. Like the Commando is for people who are really good at devil daggers, and yeah, that's totally what I'm doing in that game.
Or are you just like snapping between targets like constantly?
Yeah. Yes, and it's a lot of fun. I like having full control over my shots and everything. Like when you're playing as the mercenary, since he's melee focused, it's hard to get like the wisps, so that sucks. When you're a huntress, it's just the auto targeting stuff. I mean, that's the farthest I've gotten in the game, like solo on a normal difficulty, so she's still pretty good. And like the engineer, even though he is really easy to build up to be a badass, like it's hard because his shots are like just those grenade balls you shoot out.
And he's super slow.
Yeah.
Like when you start, and you have to luck out and get several items to make him anywhere near as fast as anybody else. So
yeah. We were playing a super long game on easy, and we got like I ended up having like 10 goat hooves by the end of the game, and they speed you up, and you would get running and accidentally like launch yourself off of a rock or stuff in the geometry and just fall off the side of the stage a lot of the time. But that game is a lot of fun. That game is a fun game to break, basically. And then it breaks you by spawning a bunch of like fire golems that suck ass, and then you instantly die. But yeah, that game is super duper fun. I love it's just neat to have like a 3D shooter roguelike that I actually enjoy. I hope it doesn't take long for them to finish the actual game. Like I hope it's done within like a year. Hopefully.
Yeah, you would imagine. I think you would imagine. They seem like they're, at least from what you guys are describing, pretty far along in the process. I would imagine maybe Christmas time they would probably finish it up and have it fully polished and ready to rock, full release.
But even though like I've technically beat the game or whatever, like once you hit 20 stages, you can basically kill yourself. And that actually involved quite a bit of 3D platforming, which I was surprised by. I was like, oh fuck, this turned into like Destiny for me. There are floating platforms that float up, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, don't fuck up, don't fuck up.
It went to like 20 stages for that to get to, because I'm pretty sure that altar thing spawns like.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure.
I've heard from other people that they made it like eight stages in, and they found that. They're like, what does this do? And then they hit it, and it's like, you sure? Yes, and then it did it. So, but 20 sounds a little high.
You sure, man?
I'm not sure. I wasn't. We were playing for a long time at that point, and it was late at night. But yeah, I keep finding like secret stuff in it too, or items I haven't seen technically yet. Like I got this giant prototype drone to join me. It was massive compared to all the little bitty drones.
And it cost like 3,500 gold. Yeah.
Yeah. By the time I found one, it ended up costing me 14,000.
Wow.
Because, yeah. That's where I was in the game. That was the first time I saw one of those.
14,000.
I had to save up for a little bit. But yeah, that even when it gets really crazy, that game is still super fun. I do recommend it, even though it's not done yet.
Cool.
Also played. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I played some more of the Division 2 because that patch came out for World Tier 5.
I gotta get on that.
Soloed. Yeah, I did Tidal Basin by myself. It was fine. It's just basically the same as all the other missions that show up. It's more Division. I don't know. I hope they bring something else significant to the game soon too, because I don't really care about making super builds because I'm not doing PvP or anything. So whatever.
But it's free.
Yeah, that's true. But I need a reason to play more of that game. But since I got Watch Dogs 2 for free with it when I bought it, I might just start on that instead.
You should play that
this week.
It's a fun game.
It does seem cool, so I'll probably do that.
And by the time you're finished, you'll get more Division 2 DLC to get through.
Hopefully, yeah. I'll just be playing that in the Senran Kagura phone game.
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
I want a good proper 10 roll next week.
Okay. But yeah, the only other video game thing that was a big deal for me this week is that Tokimeki Memorial Girls Side 4 got announced, which is crazy because the last release of that game happened like 8 years ago on the DS, and then they ported a version to PSP with like extra shit. And yeah, I've streamed a lot of Tokimeki Memorial Girls Night 3 because it's gotten like an English fan patch. I'm assuming this will come out on Switch, just from the screenshots they showed. Tokimeki Memorial does not work as like a gacha game, so I doubt it would come out on phones. I really doubt that would happen. This should be a real, actual, full game. They announced characters and voice actors and stuff, so it seems like no like release date or platform, but it seems like they're getting closer to being done. So I'll probably import that game just like I did all the other ones. So yeah, yep.
So
I don't know.
It's Tokimeki is that the education one where you're like a teacher, or is that the other one?
You're a high school student, and sometimes you can date the teacher.
Okay. What's the game where you're a teacher and you teach people? You play it a lot. I forget what it's called.
Oh, I played Graduation. I streamed that. Yeah. Yeah, that's the only version of that series that came out in English. And it's dubbed super badly. Like they make the delinquent girl have a Brooklyn accent. That's pretty good.
Great.
Of course.
Yeah.
The person that lives near Brooklyn, sure. Lives like I've seen Brooklyn people in my neighborhood before. Like,
it's a bad Brooklyn accent too. It's very bad, but that makes it fun to play. Yeah. I'm excited for new Tokimeki Memorial. I know. I like dating the anime boys. I'm sorry. Well, I'm just so surprised it's happening. We get that. We get a new Rune Factory game. Like the Switch is thank you, Switch.
It's Rune Factory, the Good Harvest Moon.
Yes, it's the one that Stardew Valley ripped off more than Harvest Moon, really, because it's an action RPG and stuff too. But yeah, video games. I need to play more of them. I'm just playing a bunch of old stuff, really, because not much new coming out I really care about at the moment.
What is coming out for the rest of the year? Like I feel like I'm in that same spot where there's not a lot coming out recently. Like, what are you guys looking forward to? I mean, I know for me, Control is coming out later this year, which I'm excited about.
Control's a big one. Borderlands.
That's a big one.
Oh, Borderlands, right? Sure.
I'm super excited for Control.
Yep, me
Give
too.
Remedy more money to make more games, please.
Control looks okay, actually. From what they've been showing.
Oh, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, I forgot Mortal Kombat was coming out.
Yeah, I'm not really excited about that. I do want to play Borderlands 3, but for like the next couple months, I don't even know if there really is anything.
How do you feel about Days Gone?
I'm good.
I think it looks cool, but I've said it before, I'm biased, so
okay, that's fair.
We're stealing a news story, but it was recently announced the wait is over. We're very close to the end. The good times are coming for summer.
Oh Jesus!
Like I said, the Switch is killing it.
Yeah, it's gonna be the best game, the best thing yet. Pokemon meet your competitor. Senran Kagura Peach Ball is coming to Switch. The true #1 first-party title.
In English, finally. Jesus. I didn't have to import it. Thank God.
I hate you guys.
Yep. I'm very excited. So there's also some bullshit that I'm pissed off about because it seems like America's going to get the physical edition of Peach Ball, and that has the bundle of Reflay.
Actually, I don't think the US version is going to have the massage spin-off game. I think it's only going to be Peach Ball. Yeah, it's only $40, so I'm pretty sure that's the case. I don't think that massage game is coming out in English. Period.
No, I'm pretty sure it's out. No. Isn't it out? I'm pretty sure it's
really.
It's got to be out. So other
Why am I
games.
googling this right now?
It's called Reflections.
Reflections.
Hold on, gotta put my age.
Yeah, let me.
So
Yeah,
the sinking city.
yeah,
I'm
this
looking forward
is
to.
out. It's just because it was like $30 or $40 when it came out and didn't get all the DLC bundled in, so it's a tiny ass game. It's $10, sorry, but still, it's like some joke ass bullshit game. Even I'm gonna.
Yeah, like I don't think they've said. I know the Japanese like physical release did have this too, but as far as I know, they haven't said about that here. So I don't know.
September 13th is when Reflections came out
Reflection.
with helping the lady with reflexology. But yeah, we only get a digital release in Europe, which is a shame. Maybe limited run games or something can help both sections out and do the bundle.
I don't think.
I think they've actually done Senran Kagura stuff before. I think they did like some Vita games. I think they have actually legitimately that company has done because they know.
I also want to get Rage 2 later
Okay.
on.
Oh right,
probably,
yeah, Rage 2.
so.
Yep.
I looked at like 50 minutes of like the devs just fucking around in that game. It looks really good. Surprising. And I remembered while watching it, like that whole purpley pink business, like fully translates into the game pretty well, actually. Surprisingly well, like all the neon bullshit.
Well, good, because I like a
Good, cool.
colorful game.
I mean, yeah, there are a lot of games. Now that I'm looking at this, there's some games coming out. Like, and I know Psychonauts 2. You got Pokemon. You got that.
Well, that's like fall. I'm thinking like
yeah,
around
summer.
summertime.
Sure, next few weeks. Yeah, there's not. It's a little thin, but don't worry. August is coming up, and Shenmue 3 will be here. Who's ready for Shenmue? It's finally here.
I don't think even the developers are ready for
Yeah.
Shenmue
No,
3.
it doesn't seem they are not excited about the release of Shenmue.
Does it still look like a fucking Dreamcast game, like an Uprise Dreamcast game?
Yes, it
Figures.
totally does.
Every time I see
Great.
a trailer,
You're
of that
using the
thing,
VGA box now.
I get nuts. Like, what the fuck?
Does Rebel Galaxy Outlaw have a date yet?
Oh, that's sequel.
I know they're gonna be launching on the Epic Games Store, but I don't know if there's a date.
My guess
it just
is
says
you'll
coming
get
soon.
My guess is E3. You'll get way more news about that.
Yeah, probably. So I'm looking forward to that.
Like, that seems like a game where they can announce at E3 that is coming out in September or
Yep.
October.
Or like it's out now or something.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
In the Valley of the Gods. That's coming out at some point. There's so many. I'm looking at this list. A lot of games. Maybe. I don't know. Is there? Of course there is. I mean, that's what it is now, right? There's thousands of games, so whatever. I just did not know.
Waiting for Reach to come out for the Master Chief Collection. It's probably not even gonna be this year. Who
Sure.
knows?
Yeah, it should be this year. Like, maybe they'll do like November or some bullshit.
Because apparently they're going like through chronologically, so it's gonna be Reach, and then 1, 2, 3 ODST and 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which sucks because I want to play ODST like now.
Sure.
Best Halo game.
Yeah. All right. So DJ, sir,
Hi.
tell me about some games you've been playing, man.
Let's go through some of them. I've been playing a lot of Fire Emblem Warriors in the morning and stuff.
Okay, sure.
It's a good, nice thing to get going and for the first half hour in the morning or something. It's a nice way to grind that game. I'm at this late stage where I'm doing history mode, and I'm essentially quite literally grinding the game where you have to get scrolls to like eventually finish a picture, and that unlocks another history map which has a bunch of other missions. And then some of those special missions also have unlocks to unlock weapons, hidden abilities, let's say, because the standard special weapons for each character may only be about 30 damage, whereas you can get silver swords for 80 damage and higher. You have to get these scrolls to unlock them better to make them like 120 or 140. So, like, yeah, I'm at that stage of now just trying to grind them, unlock them, and then grind them to unlock their hidden power so that I can just make these fights a lot easier than what I have to deal with. Two characters of my, like, 40 or whatever people have died already. I don't care to revive them because I don't really care about them. I think one's Sakura. She's a arrow lady dancer. She's terrible. She's useless. So I don't care to waste my materials to revive her. Essentially, yeah, it's getting harder essentially because I'm now having to grind these specific types, and there's two different mission types which really fucking suck. One's like a timed thing where it's like, hey, kill 1,000 people within a time limit, and
the fuck,
like
Genghis Khan over here. What the hell?
It's it's a Warriors game. It's what are they originally
Murder
called?
1,000 people.
No, what's
Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah, it's a Dynasty Warriors game. Like normally on an easy level that'll take like 5 minutes. But yeah, with these hard tier levels, it's really sucky because it can take like 13 minutes and they want you to do it in 8 minutes, and it's like I'm using my best character here. I don't know what to do really at this point.
Sure.
So I can't unlock a few scrolls because they're locked behind that shitty method. And the other one is like this arena mode where you have like 4 different battles essentially with people who get chucked into this arena, and they get harder and harder. And the last like arena tier, even with like I'm using level 70 people now and like level 25 arena matches, the last tier takes a fucking long time to kill them, like a really long time. So I don't even want to try arena level 60 characters because it just sounds like a mess. Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to actually like get through all this stuff, and I've already got some people with those unlocked like special weapons, and they're still not cutting it. So yeah, I'm now trying to pick and choose the right things to do to unlock things. It's a lot of grinding. I'm still kind of like it. It's still the game I'm playing on Switch, and it's nice and easy to pop in and just play 1 or 2 maps that take like 10 minutes each. So yeah, it's totally. I have also been wasting most of my time with Apex Legends and Forza Horizon 4. I've been talking about this a bunch of times, but I just want to give an update of like Forza Horizon 4 is fine in the sense that it's a free season pass thing, and they're giving you cars and stuff as you unlock them, and like every time you do a thing you get a wheel spin or a super wheel spin or a fuck ton of credits or a really dumb hat. So it's actually fine to do all these things, and it's not too hard to do some of them. They also tweaked the new season because the first 4-week season's done, and it was like, hey, you get 50% for this one car or get 100% done for this other car. I think they realized most people weren't doing the 100% bullshit, so they changed that to 80% for this season, which makes a hell of a lot more sense because there's a lot of stuff, and there's even some timed things which I missed out on, like on a couple weeks, like, hey, do like 3 drift skill points, and because I didn't play Forza Horizon for like 6 days, I totally just missed out on 3 of those things. And like if that happens, then like fuck, the 100% thing's over. It sucks to like be committed to a game to play every day, and that's what's happening with Apex Legends right now with its battle pass for me.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm doing right now with Warframe too. Like the Nightwave stuff is exactly the same way. And I spent like an hour today just mining minerals. Like, I don't do that on purpose, but I need to do it for the pass thingy. So I need it for the weekly challenge. So I did it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, and Apex Legends doesn't have specifics like get 5 kills at bunker or fucking kill 20 people with the Mozambique. It doesn't have that. But what it does have is just like nothing else other than get 30,000 EXP per level. That's kind of it for mostly garbage, except very occasionally you'll get a loot drop or some credits.
So just play the game. That's kind of,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And like, it's fun to play with popcans every day and stuff, but it's really turning into a grind. It's becoming a point where I'm slowly more and more joking with popcans that we should probably seriously do it, of like, let's just find a hidey hole and just spend 20 minutes hiding, because you get more points just hiding in that game. You don't get many points for killing or doing damage in that game.
Relay meta going.
Yep.
Not even that. Get like a gas station in like the northeast corner of nowhere that no one knows exists, and just follow the fucking circle in until you die, and you'll probably get top 3 just hiding away in houses and get like way more points than what you would have spent 30 minutes trying to do spicy drops.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's not very fun.
No.
Yeah, and like getting first kill of the day on characters is good and stuff, but again, it's because I'm not very good, it's kind of hard to do. And when people steal your kills because you do about 90% of the damage, then they pop in with one hit. That's also very hard. Yeah, it's fun, but it's really turning into a grind, and there's still 65 days of that fucking thing left.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Wow.
And even if I do a level a day, I'm still only at about level 93 when I'm done. So I still have to catch up with levels, and I've been doing some double level days as well. Like today I did a double level day. So yeah, it's gonna be a long grind. So all that is to say, like,
doing?
All that stuff is wasting like 2 hours of my day when I could be totally playing a single player game.
Yes.
Like I could buy God of War or something and play that, because that's very good, and I haven't got around to it.
That's
so yeah,
crazy,
it's
man.
hard. So yeah, I just don't know how people deal with these battle passes, other than they're streamers, so they stream and they make money doing it at the same time.
Right, so it's a wash basically.
Yeah, or like it's kids and they only know Fortnite and they fucking love Fortnite or something.
I mean, there was definitely days there where, when I was a younger person playing a lot of League of Legends, like a lot of it, pretty much nothing else for a while. But like now, I don't know if, I guess kids probably have that same thing where you can just play something over and over and over again and not get quite as bored of it. But
I'm with you, but then again, remember League had 30 to 40 characters to play, and then you also had leveling up requirements, knowledge to do that. You had map knowledge, you had ward placement, you had character position knowledge, like are you the DPS, are you the mage, are you the jungler. You also had item knowledge, so like I can understand why you're playing 5 hours of League.
But also, on the other hand, when I was a stupid little kid, I played like at least half a day nonstop of the terrible Ninja Turtles NES game, and I could only get to like the 3rd stage, but still I would just keep playing that over and over and over again. So I think kids just kind of don't care, even if the game isn't in depth or whatever. Like, oh, I gotta beat this. I gotta beat this water dam level with all the fucking pink seaweed that kills your Ninja Turtle. But yeah, kids are dumb.
That game was a nightmare.
It is. The hell,
it's bad.
And the only other thing I did was I wanted to get back into my VR a little bit. The teasing of Steam Index is getting me excited, so I wanted to get back into VR,
Oh,
play
sure.
some games that I haven't even played yet. And I had the Elite Dangerous Horizons season pass or whatever thing it is, so I wanted to toy around with Elite Dangerous more and just fucking jump around. Eventually, I got to the point where I was gonna see how far I could jump in like a day or like a couple hours. Not very far because it takes a while to jump quite far. And then I realized I was looking at this galaxy map and saw a little weird icon on it. Assumed nothing of it or anything, until the point where I jumped about jumps or to like 8 different planets. Docked into a place finally, and it like registered that I had traveled a far distance. That it changed my exploratory rank. It upgraded me like a level and a half in that game, and it was like, yo, you actually did some pretty decent stuff. And it did a thing of like, hey, talk to this person and they'll give you more information on how to jump and give you like actual story progression in that game, which I've never seen before. And a new icon popped up on the map, and I was like, oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I should have jumped there because that's an actual mission. And I've been going the complete opposite direction from my icon. So I'm a good like 30 jumps away at this point because I've just been
Wow.
jumping wherever I wanted to see where the fuck to go. So yeah, there's like a good 3 hours I think of jumping
Oh,
to get back to
optics.
those because I fucked up. But I still love that game. That game is really fun to just sort of sit back in and look around, having those like neutron stars, like just jumping in and unexpectedly getting a giant ass fucking neutron star in your face, super bright and blue, is really fucking cool to see. Um, or when you jump in and you're hurtling to a giant death ball and you freak out because you're not holding the controller, and you're like, "Oh god, I gotta pull up." It's always very fun to like play around in that game.
Cool.
And
Well, I'm glad you didn't
yeah,
waste all your time.
yeah, exactly. And then I was also using VR because I had a quick read on
Oh
WrestleMania, and I was like,
no.
"Hey, the kickoff show is gonna be in VR," and I was like, "Fuck yeah, I want to watch this." Uh, but turns out that was like a promotional business handshake where it was just Samsung's Gear VR, that's it, and Oculus Go, not Oculus Rift or anything
Oh,
else. Yeah,
Hey, you
so
paid
they
money for
darn.
our best headset? Fuck you. You don't get to use
Yeah,
this.
exactly. Yeah, no. So yeah, the kickoff show was not in VR, and I got very salty about it. Um, they did record some matches, and apparently those are going to be uploaded tomorrow. Probably like highlight versions of the matches, naturally. Um, but I saw some of the like 10-minute highlights they have of previous pay-per-views and stuff, and I really fucking love watching wrestling in the VR because it's very good. You might be able to see it yourself, Mary. It's on Next VR,
Hmm.
which seems like it's on every single platform. So it should be on Windows mixed devices, and it's
Wow.
fun because they have cameras like everywhere, like at the entrance ramp, like just near the ring on the ground floor, on top of the turnbuckles. Um, and so they have these highlights pre-produced. That's the word I was going for, produced. So like when there's high spots, they cut to the right camera. The NXT War Games one is very special because there's a lot of fucking spots in that match. And it's just a cool thing of like, hey, I don't have Pete Dunne's fucking cutting every 4 seconds and zooming in and out and floating up and down as like someone gets fucking
Mhm.
slammed on the mat, which is nightmarish in the current production of WWE. It's just a hard cam, and I can look wherever the fuck I want, and I can
Sure.
see Daniel Bryan, sorry, climb the
Also, Darren
turnbuckle
Bryan.
and do a fucking moonsault. Yeah,
That's
uh,
cool.
it's very cool. I like it a lot, and I've wanted to see the kickoff because it would have been a whole thing.
Mhm.
And I really want to. I would legitimately pay WWE like $20 to have the full WrestleMania in VR. Like if I could watch that in VR, I would easily pay that because
Sure.
it's very cool.
And
That's
I bet
cool.
like you're right up front, like right up in front of the ring, because like even when I go to see wrestling, it's way too fucking crowded and you can't get up front unless you want to stay there in an unconditioned warehouse the whole time, like right up front, a bunch of sweaty people. So I don't bother most of the time. I'm kind of further back.
Yeah.
Have you tried any other sporting events? Like I know basketball. That's always
they do live stream the basketball as well on that app. I think they have a partnership with the Dallas Mavericks because it's always a Mavericks game or something like that. But yeah, they do that. No, Mary's right in like, not only are you like not in the crowd there, you're like right next to the walls essentially, or as I said, the turnbuckles. So you're like right in the ring with them essentially.
Front row.
Yeah.
It's probably better
front
seat
row.
than front row.
Yeah.
You're like right in it.
Better than front row.
You
And
don't
the key
have to
thing
pay
is,
thousands of dollars to go there.
And they still pump in the commentary as well, which is not what you get at live shows.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it's like the best way to watch fucking wrestling. And I'm just very sad they don't record the entire thing.
Yeah, that's just neat. I wonder if other sports, like I would love to see the NFL and try to do a VR, but I don't know how they would do that.
That'd be cool.
Camera on the headset, I guess.
Skycam. Like Skycam might be too wobbly.
Sure.
That might fucking kill someone. Just the shaking constantly.
That's cool. Or just do sideline cam, But like, I think
that's what they would do.
I think that's the thing that's like saving VR right now is for experiences like that, rather than
sadly
the game stuff is neat, but it seems like the thing that a lot of people care about is, hey, let me watch this in VR. Like basketball, I know we talk about it a lot, but it's like all over. Like it's.
Don't you even have a VR headset?
No.
Then don't talk shit about VR. Don't say it's dying or whatever. if you're not fucking playing it or don't have it.
I'm not saying it's dying. I'm just saying it's right now. It's
the only thing saving it is people watching stuff. You don't even know, dude. Come on.
I'm just saying it's the only thing.
I'm sorry, that pisses me off a lot when people say shit like that. It's like, do you have a headset? Have you played any of the games that are out right now? Because there's a lot of really fucking good games out right now for it.
I mean, yes, but what I'm saying is not necessarily that there's not good games for it, but it's what the mainstream population is using them for, right? Like it's the thing that's the most popular with it.
Yeah, people that have phone VR, like the Quest and Go and blah, blah, blah.
I mean, there are plenty of great VR experiences, and even if the event stuff went away, I'm sure VR would still be there. I'm just saying, it's the thing that people are using, I think, VR the most for right now. I mean, that would not surprise me. I don't know the numbers.
But that's also like what gets the most investment too.
Yes,
like if somebody would actually invest
movies,
in a proper TV. VR game instead of just like, oh, here's some Spider-Man experience or whatever, then maybe there would be more of that.
I mean, there's lots of neat stuff you can do with that. Like imagine doing a sitcom, but in VR. Like you could do lots of cool things with video cameras and stuff.
That would get creepy real fast.
That would be real fun, wouldn't it?
It would be messed up. I don't want to be like in Seinfeld. I don't know.
You're Kramer, you walk in the door. That'd be very funny. But like, I think there's neat possibilities for that stuff, and I'm glad people are investing in it. Because it can be really cool. And a nice experience. I don't know. It's just me.
You got to pay attention during Black Friday, LV. You need to get a headset. New stuff will be out by then. Maybe that
trying to get a second
Samsung
job
will be cheap.
When I get my second job, I might buy a headset. Well, I feel like at this point, maybe it's worth waiting for the Steam index.
That thing's gonna be like $1,200. You know that, right?
It's gonna be pretty.
It's gonna be very expensive for like the next year and a half.
then I'm never gonna get me.
Well, maybe the lower end models. They might
get that Samsung one.
I mean, you might have some people on eBay like trying to trade up and sell
right when
off
that
their
releases.
old stuff.
Sure.
Yeah.
That'd be a bad idea then. But I would want to spend like cheap then, rather than go for like an Oculus or something like that. I'd rather go with, hey, this cheap headset rather than let me buy this first generation.
Give you my Rift for like $200.
Right now?
I mean, yeah, I was about to say the sweet spot for prices is probably going to be about $200.
Yeah, people are going to be offloading Rifts pretty soon.
Yeah, they're going to be tossing Rifts out once that index isn't out.
Rift users right now are not happy with Oculus. So I know I'm getting fucking rid of mine once the index comes out. Oculus can suck my dick.
Wow. A little aggressive for old Oculus.
Whatever.
His name again?
They are actively not trying to push the medium forward. They are actively downgrading their shit to appeal to more people rather than push the tech forward, which is what Valve is doing. And that's what I want to do. That's where I want to go. Like 80 hertz screens, one screen, no fucking hardware IPD adjustment. Fuck you. Like, come on. Get the fuck out of here. Valve has it right. I'm going there.
No,
I got two more things I missed.
Go ahead.
It was also very fun at WrestleMania to see you could see the 3D cameras, like they were littered around on all the like barricades around the ring and on the top turnbuckles, though they took them away halfway through the pay-per-view and put them back up when they needed them. But the ring barricade ones were there throughout. And it was very funny to see like wrestlers throw other wrestlers into the barricades, but just take out those cameras, which are probably very expensive. I saw like 5 hits.
So do those cameras have depth? Or was it just like a 360-degree camera?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a 180 with depth.
Okay.
So you can look around 180 degrees, and there's actual like 3D depth to it. So it's really cool. You should all try it.
I will.
I would be curious though, because I know you're not a big basketball fan, but if you get the chance, just see what that basketball is like for a minute. Just
I'll look
up.
later
I don't know
today.
If it's funny or just try
I'll look
it.
later today. Yeah.
Try it. I just would like to know.
The app that I'm using, the app that has the WWE license or whatever, is called Next VR, and it has like NHL highlights, a load of other bullshit highlights, and NBA highlights. There's a lot of fucking channels, let's say, in there of like 10-minute experiences.
So is there?
They have stand-up comedy in there.
They do have live stand-up.
Do one of those. How awkward is that?
Stand-up. Yeah.
I hope you pick one where he dies on stage. Not actually dies on stage. Well, that one.
Wow.
But like it has a really bad set and it's really awkward. Here in VR, I would love to watch that.
I think it's amateur stand-up. So
no!
Yay!
Oh no!
Does the VR camera have a speaker on it?
Hopefully.
Just keep yelling. You're dying out there, man. Just start.
The internet thinks you suck.
No, it's just one laptop on one of the tables. And then like a Microsoft Sam or something.
If that was true, man, you would have to do those stupid Microsoft Sam Rafflecopter things, like really funny. You would have to. I mean, it's just that you can do.
And the other thing.
Yep.
God, I forgot about that. That's good. The other thing is, I forgot to mention, they're actually making content for Forza Horizon 4 again. A new car pass came out, and I'm very surprised.
What's in the car pass?
I am linking.
Oh.
Did they ever like?
Oh my!
Slyly sneak the dances back in?
I don't know.
Like after all that thing kind of blew over.
Right, and like it's fine to use them, but yeah, I like this car pass because it's not like, hey, we got a bunch of Mitsubishis or some Subarus and stuff. They went to this iconic car auctioning place called Barrett Jackson and like found some fucked up hot rod customs to add to the game. They look really crazy. I like the look of these cars. It's a really cool car pass.
Oh man, that Chevy. Oh man, that's a nice looking Chevy.
Yeah, there's like some classic ass hot rod cars. What are those American muscle cars? That's it. There's some classic muscle cars there. Then just some like hot rods and some like even some hot rod concept looking ass car. It's a really fun car pass. I'm very excited. Hopefully that means they're actually working to DLC too.
Sure, that'd be neat. That's cool. I really like some really cool ones here. I'd love them to do more of that. I know that's probably not the aim of Forza, but some really neat looking cars.
I mean, that hot rod with like the bubble dome, like windshield, it looks like
Hot
the Homer
wheels.
kind of.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, it's crazy.
Shelby Monica. Oh man, these are neat cars. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm actually really happy for that. The last one they did was like, hey, we got the license for Mitsubishi again, so yeah, have 8 Mitsubishi cars. Just like, that's not great.
We got these out the Unreal Store. Here you go.
Yeah. And it's like, hey, remember the Hot Wheels DLC in Forza Horizon 3? Yeah, we're going to start tossing some of those cars back in for no reason, but we have the models, so here you go.
Hey, I love Hot Wheels, so what can I say? I'm sorry. Just make a new Hot Wheels game.
Yeah.
Can I get a new Hot Wheels game? Can a brother get a new Hot Wheels stunt track driver? Please.
In
I'm
VR,
begging
yes.
you. Oh my god. How good would that be? You're really small. And
That'd
you
be
drive
terrible.
around a little racetrack.
If I remember how you were supposed to play stunt track driver, it would be borderline. It would be borderline unplayable in VR.
I like it. That's all I could say. Thank you. That's what I want. That would be the game at E3 that I would get really excited about. That's the only thing left at this point that Albie would be like, man, making a new stunt track driver. Or Chex Quest. Those are the two. There you go. Or Zoombinis too. Quest. New Zoombinis also would get Albie very excited. Maybe a new Carmen Sandiego that doesn't suck. Anyway, that's all. Thank you. Those are all my... That'd be all I want. A good Carmen Sandiego game. Can you imagine? No? Okay.
They would just base it off of the Netflix show.
That was a terrible show. Hot take.
I didn't watch any of it. So.
No, I didn't either.
Hot take is the man who wrote that article on Carmen Sandiego and had to watch that thing for professional reasons. It's a bad thing. It's a bad show.
Professional reasons.
Yeah, I caught that too.
What other reasons do you need? It's professional. I have to be the source of all Carmen Sandiego knowledge on this planet now. I wrote an article. It got featured places. I have to be the Carmen Sandiego expert on staff now. Expert. That's all you played,
brand.
DJ?
That is all I can remember that I played.
I want to real quick just mention the Rainbow Six April Fool's event that actually turned into a real event. That's pretty fucking wild. I
should check that out.
They basically it's going on for tonight and that's it, and then it's over. It was only supposed to be 1 week, but then they extended it again. And basically it's a game mode that they took the level, the presidential plane level, and they just made it all cutesy, and all of the operators they look like army guys, like they're just different colors, but they're like all glossy and like single color.
Oh.
And there's like event skins and cosmetics and stuff, and one of them is pretty fucking ridiculous for the operator Smoke, and I wanted the headgear because you get one free pack for the event, and it could be one of any of the cosmetics that are in the set. So that's how they get you. It's like if you don't get the one that you really want, you got to buy all of the packs or buy a certain number of packs to guarantee you get all of the items.
Mm-hmm.
And not me. I got the one I wanted out of the one free pack, and I was like, sweet, I don't have to give Ubisoft my money. So I'm 2 for 2 on those. Because I got the one I wanted from the Halloween event as well, from the free pack.
Cool.
And it's ridiculous because it's a hostage game mode, and the hostage is he's not a hostage, he's Mr. Bear. And it's like and it's like a dude in like a mascot suit, and he's just sitting there like going like this.
That's adorable.
And there's new like announcer lines and stuff. It's like you need to protect Mr. Bear and like stuff like that, and or the meanies took Mr. Bear and like shit like that. It's like they had some woman record a bunch of new lines and stuff, and all of the operators' voice clips that they say like when you're doing stuff are all pitched up, which is pretty funny.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw pictures of this event, and it's a very good event.
Yeah,
it
pretty
looks
awesome.
Very good.
And when you're outside, you look around, you're actually on the floor of on the map house. There's a room called Kid's Bedroom, and you're on the floor in Kid's bedroom. So you're just looking around.
Oh,
yeah.
That's neat.
And what's weird though is there's an actual door on the door, which is a video game thing, you know, because it's in Rainbow Six there aren't actual doors. It's just like openings for doors, but there's not an actual door that opens and closes on it. So people on Reddit had a fun time with that. They're like, "What is this? I've never seen this thing before."
That's great.
Yeah, like Smoke has the fucking insane furry skin. Tachanka has like a unicorn. Like his helmet is all bedazzled and has a big unicorn spike on the front of it. Montaigne has, I think his headgear has like makes him look like a bumblebee, like has antennas and stuff.
Oh.
Like I don't think anybody's gonna use these headgears outside of the event because they make your character's head gigantic. But I got the Smoke headgear and I was happy. I was like Smoke headgear, open. Yes. And then I tried to play a game and my PC crashed.
Oh.
So
hey, I got what you needed. That's all.
Yeah. That was one of my main reasons I reformatted my PC last week. And I haven't tried Siege again, but I was having issues with it on the insider builds, and Siege was not playing nicely with something.
Oh, all the computer stuff makes me remember. I went into the NVIDIA game settings for Risk of Rain 2 and fucked around with it. I have anti-aliasing on there now, and like I have locked it to run at my monitor's refresh rate, like the frames and everything. And that game looks so much better when you actually like mess with it. I'm surprised. I know it's still early access, but there's like no graphics settings in that thing at all. And it's weird because like every time you look at that game being played, it's jaggy as fuck. But you can just easily fix it yourself.
It's jaggy as fuck because when you have a ton of things going on the screen, the frame rate takes a giant shit. Like even my PC, like it cannot hold a stable 140 once
it
shit
goes
starts
down
getting
to
real.
60.
Yeah.
When I have a ton, it goes down to 60, but I'm okay with that. Like I want to see it look smooth.
Smooth, like
smooth edges. Like I don't know. It looks weird, all jaggedy for me. I can see that kind of being a style because like the 2D game was pixel art, blah blah blah. But yeah, I don't know.
There's some pretty quality Risk of Rain 2 memes out there. Go look at the subreddit. There's one that I saw. It's the commando, and he's wearing those red sunglasses. And he's got a ukulele, and he's just strumming the shit out of the ukulele, and it's zapping like all this stuff. Like so it was a really nice, like well drawn. Like somebody actually drew it in some, like in like Photoshop with like a tablet and everything. But that's pretty good.
I mean, that game is the only context where I actually like ukuleles. So
what about ukulele?
No.
Character. Okay.
Subpar.
No.
Okay. Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, I don't know. I play a lot of that game. It's bad.
Play all the video games you want to play because it's time for the news. I don't really. That's not really a good transition. I apologize. That's not really good. That's not.
It's par for the course, man. Just go with it.
Fine. Well, you know, as long as you're getting pars, you're doing pretty good.
Fuck, I made a golf reference. Now,
yeah.
News. Talk about the news. Don't talk about golf. Talk about the news.
Look at the news.
Pars is a different thing in Grime.
What?
Pars is like an insult in Grime. Like you got owned. You got parred.
Okay.
It's a thing.
I know what you mean. Anyway, news. Star Wars Jedi: The Fallen Order got revealed. So this is a big Star Wars event.
It's the game Respawn is making.
It's been working on it.
Yeah.
Titanfall, Apex Legends people. There's a part in the trailer where he wall runs. But it's all just cutscene stuff. So yeah.
So my reaction initially watching this was not good. I'll be honest, it seems a little generic. That's all I gotta say. The trailer is not a good trailer. I know they probably wanted to show off story stuff or whatever for this, or like a cinematics and stuff, but it just kind of was flat. It left me feeling flat.
What were you expecting?
Excitement.
We're not going to get any gameplay until like E3, maybe.
Yeah.
But even the stuff they showed was boring.
I saw a leak that also had the same information that the dude from Gotham is playing the main character. That was true. They also said the combat was Dark Souls-like, but who knows what exactly that means. Like some people
could argue, mean in 2019?
Yeah, like some people could argue the Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey combat is Dark Souls-like just because of the buttons they're set to.
Is it going to have an easy mode?
Yes, because it's Star Wars.
Yes,
so yes,
it's Star Wars, therefore it's default easy mode.
Yeah,
haha, got him.
But yeah, I mean that could be kind of cool, like one-on-one animation priority lightsaber battles with like maybe a few things of force magic that you have limited uses of. It could be cool. I don't know. Respawn's making it, so I'll take a look at it. Whatever.
I don't know. It just seems so generic. It's just this dude. It's just this white dude, and he uses the Force.
I mean,
at least it could have been Kyle Katarn. That's all I'm saying. Just to make it Kyle.
At least his name isn't Star Killer. Like that's yeah. I mean, and the whole theme of the trailer, like trying to keep his Jedi powers on the down low or whatever, because Order 66 already came out. Like that could present some neat moments in the game. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to make a judgment on it, but I just felt like, listen, there's larger things.
I'm not going to make a judgment on it. It was boring. I wasn't really interested in it. I was expecting a lot more, but I'm not going to pass judgment, you know.
I'm not going to pass judgment on a game. I'm saying the trailer. It just left me feeling boring.
Sure.
I'm not saying in the game itself is what I'm at.
Yeah. Well, they didn't show jack shit of the game itself, really, so don't worry about it.
Yep. I mean, maybe it'll be good. Please make a good Star Wars game again. Please make something good Star Wars wise.
I mean, there was also that tweet from somebody at EA saying it was going to be a single player game, no microtransactions, blah blah blah. So
that's good.
We'll see.
Like I'm cool. I'm happy about that, but at the same time, it's like shut the fuck up, EA. Like I see what you're trying to do. Like tweeting that shit out, like, hey, we fixed it.
We're gonna listen now. Remember when they did that the last E3, where this weird man stood and said, "Hey, we're listening." And then all the other stuff happened. So, I don't know. God damn it, why couldn't it just be Kyle Katarn? That's all I want, please. Thank you.
Who?
Kyle Katarn. Is that not how you pronounce his last name? I've never heard it pronounced.
We don't know who
no
you're pronouncing.
expanded
You keep
universe
saying it super
bullshit,
fast, so
please.
Kyle Katarn.
Kyle is not a thing I was expecting you saying.
Kyle
Katarn.
Katarn? Yes, I know who that is.
Katarn. Yes, there you go. Katarn. Maybe I was not saying the N correctly.
His game series is over.
Please.
It was a good one though.
He's a cool guy though. That would be a cool game.
He goes on to do some insane shit in the EU apparently.
Does he?
He
cool.
looks like fucking achy breaky heart guy. I hate
Hey.
his hair.
Billy Ray
I'm
Cyrus?
sorry.
Yes. Have you listened to Old Town Road yet? It's a damn
no.
The Jedi Knight games are really
Banger.
good. If you haven't played them, you should.
Yeah. Man, they should just make another
Dark Forces
Jedi
2
Knight
has
game.
some awesome FMV cutscenes in it from like the late 90s. So those are pretty good.
Also make that game again. Thank you. That's all I have to say. Thank you. Anyway.
Dark Forces 2 remaster.
Yeah. That'd be a good way to win some PR. Just remaster a bunch of the old games. TIE Fighter, remaster. Just remake TIE. Actually, just
don't make
TIE
new
Fighter.
shit. Don't take risks and make new shit. Just cash in on nostalgia and make remasters to the end of fucking
That's
time.
Star Wars at this point. You got to be honest. That's what they do. That's all they're doing. So why not just embrace it and make actually good stuff again? No. Also, you can't really. It's not easy to play TIE Fighter now, right? Like it's kind of hard because it is a DOS game. Right?
Don't you just use DOSBox for it, and that's like it.
Yeah, but that's that DOSBox. That's hard. It's always hard to play DOSBox. Hi, everybody. What's going on? Everybody sitting here doing good, huh?
I'm skimming article about the Eve dude. So
yeah, news story about the Eve dude. A real life lobbyist was banned from Eve Online for corruption. I thought that was a funny news story.
What specifically
also,
happened?
funny looking guy.
That's not very nice.
I mean, he is corrupt though. Let's be honest.
So wait, okay, he was banned from the game. Like that doesn't seem very Eve-like.
Right.
Like if you're corrupt,
he was on the Council of Stellar Management. I don't know what exactly that is, but apparently as part of that council, you are privy to special information about the game.
Oh, okay.
And he was banned for sharing confidential information with a member of his alliance that was later used by another alliance member to conduct illicit in-game transactions.
Gotcha.
So basically, he was doing like the same shit he does every day as his job for a lobbyist.
What? You guys, I can't do this. I do this for a real job. Come on. You guys are gonna ban me?
So yeah, that's why it's funny, basically.
So this was like kind of like outside the meta of Eve. It was like more game level stuff. Okay.
This is why it's just so like it's too real, man. The video games are becoming real. Jesus.
He brought insider info to his alliance and they made money off of it, basically. So yeah.
Can't be doing that.
That's what lobbyists do.
Can't be doing that. Don't be bringing insider information. Also, it's weird.
He is categorically denied any wrongdoing.
Of course.
He
Weird.
tweeted
Weird.
about it.
A fucking guy in a video game is like, I want to make sure I categorically deny as a player of this video game I've done anything wrong. Like
going with the good old Shaggy defense.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's pretty silly. He's like,
That's
no, funny. I'm good. I wouldn't do that. My reputation. Yeah, whatever.
Think of the children, Mary. Please.
If the developers banned you from the entire game, they probably did it for a good reason.
Yeah, like I feel like the EVE Online people will give a lot of room, but if you're gonna step and get banned, that's pretty.
You're allowed to backstab your alliance and other players, but not the people making the game and
you're allowed to
like money. So
at one point, I recall that if you are allowed to like social engineer people and like get stuff that basically pays for game time. Like you like they don't ban for that. Like if you scam someone out of Plex, I think it's called Plex. Is the whatever the
I think so. Yeah.
It's like you can redeem it for game time or something like that, so you don't have to pay real money for it.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, whatever, that's on you, man. You got scammed. Sorry, we're not banning them. It's the game. Deal with it.
But you're not allowed to scam and exploit the people making it. Right. I guess. Yeah.
Because I think that's what the Something Awful Alliance, the Something Awful Forums Alliance is like kind of built on. It's like, hey, we've got all these people. It's like we rely on numbers, and if you want to join up, we'll give you a ship and a shitload of money because it's like pocket change to us. And we'll go teach you how to go scam people and get money and shit.
Sure.
And that's why nobody likes them, but that's why I like that group.
Yeah, it's fun.
Because I mean, yeah, all the fun shit you hear about EVE usually involves the Goon Squad or Goon Swarm or whatever you want to call them now.
Sure. They're devoted to chaos.
Yeah.
Chaos. All right.
Tiny bees.
Yeah, tiny bees.
Speaking of tiny bees. Children. I was going for the children thing, but then you ruined it. So Nepal bans online game PUBG, setting negative impact on children. Yep.
It is addictive to children and teenagers, the deputy director of the Nepal Telecommunications Authority said. Okay. And following a request from the Himalayan nation's Federal Investigation Authority, the regulator directed all internet service providers, mobile operators, and network service providers to block the streaming of the game from Thursday onwards. So you are not allowed, you won't be able to connect to their servers, I guess, basically anymore, which is pretty nuts. Yeah.
Wow, PUBG, huh? PUBG's the one you single out, huh?
Yeah.
PUBG's the one you single out, huh?
It's probably more popular over there than any other battle royale game. So,
like maybe Fortnite's not there. Does Fortnite have blood in it? I guess not, right?
No, I don't believe it does. It's much more cartoony, which is weird that parents are like, okay, sure, because it has dancing and llamas and stuff. It's okay if you shoot people over and over again.
Well, I mean, all you can say is, I guess, whatever, Nepal. I don't know how many people play PUBG in Nepal. What's the number of people that are banned?
The class that's most likely, just guessing, is probably the people that they are upper class, like they have more money to spend, so the government cares more about that. Like maybe they're going to be people that actually have families in government, which is probably why this complaint got filed in the first place. That kind of stuff. Yeah. Quit posting golf shit in here.
I know. About golf. Tell me that's not funny. I saw DJ's face smile when he's.
It's a very good.
It's a very good meme. I won't lie. I'm sorry. I was seeing that. Anyway. Oh, it's funny as fuck. That's all I'm to say.
As an Italian, I'm
deeply offended. Deeply offended.
A little bit. A little bit.
So what? You don't load your guns with fucking Benepot? Oh Lord, it's so funny. Well, I guess what else news story wise could we talk about? I mean, really, at the end of the day, I know the big news story of the week of last week that we missed because the anime thing was the Anthem article. But I didn't want to end this on a negative note.
There was that Dragon Age article, actually.
What was that Dragon Age article also?
Yeah. I did see a news article about Apple is supposedly giving developers a whole bunch of money for their Apple Arcade. They're trying to get mobile exclusives, like you can bring it out on PC and console, but if you're gonna release on a phone and you're getting Apple money, it's only allowed to be on this Apple Arcade thing. And there was a neat little thing. Once Arcade launches, it is believed that game developers will receive ongoing revenue based on how much time users spend playing their games. So not just like downloads or whatever, like PS Plus, but like actual time spent in the app. That's kind of weird. They're supposedly given like $1 to $3 million advances if you sign this deal. It's interesting. I wonder what kind of stuff will actually end up being on this Apple Arcade service. Like, I don't know. I might try and invest in it if they allow my fucking 6S to actually work with this shit. I'm not gonna buy another phone just for Apple Arcade, but whatever.
All right. I think that's everything that I have news-wise. I also have a news story here that SWTOR is getting a new expansion. I'm excited. That's all I have to say. That's all I got. It's called Onslaught. So
wait, what game?
SWTOR.
Star Wars MMO one, right?
Oh.
Why don't you just say that instead of the?
Because it's what the people in the community say. God damn it! That's all I'm saying. Thank you. I don't know. I'm just excited because man, they did some good writing for that game, and it somehow keeps plugging on. It, keeps on getting more updates every once in a while. It's fun. Thank you.
Well, now BioWare Austin has to fix Anthem, so good luck getting more Star Wars content.
Man, that was the craziest part about that news story was they wouldn't take advice from Austin. Like, what? Austin makes a fucking MMO already, man.
An online service game, yeah.
What the name of God?
Yeah, everybody should read those Jason Schreier BioWare articles that he's put out in the last month because, man, oof.
BioWare is pretty fucking shitty, it turns out.
Yeah.
Working at BioWare is pretty fucking awful.
Weird.
BioWare magic.
People working at Blizzard don't like it anymore. People working at BioWare don't like it anymore. It's like those are the two that used to be sort of the marquee places to end up. Now it's there and there.
It's almost like
having some rough times.
It's almost like game developers need to unionize.
Wow. I hadn't heard of that before, huh?
Or have bosses actually commit to a schedule and know what they're doing and have direction of some kind because
somebody take the lead. My God. Somebody put the boot down and put your career on the line. Jesus. Just falling upwards. That's all it is.
Put the boot down on the neck of this podcast because I'm done, please.
Kill this podcast like that.
Yes, just temporarily for a week.
For a week.
Murder it, please.
All right. Well, I've been Almy. I'll kill this podcast now. If you would like to watch this podcast every week, it's Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m.
That's you are into the Atlantic Ocean.
7 p.m.
You are going the wrong direction completely.
We're going in the wrong way.
1 p.m. 1 p.m. Pacific.
3 more and you got to me.
4 p.m. Eastern.
4 p.m. Eastern. 3, 2, 1. One of those.
1 p.m. Pacific.
Okay. 1 p.m.
How do you function? Like, in general?
Hey, I'm an entertaining person. That's all I can do, man. I'm just out here running this podcast right in the ground. Okay. At RomsBag is the Twitter. RomsBag@gmail.com is the email address. Send us some stuff. Like us on iTunes. It does help out the show. And again.
Did you say the Twitch channel name?
Twitch Roms over Baghdad. twitch.com/RomsOverBaghdad.
There you go.
Is the Twitch account?
TV.
.tv?
What?
.tv. Wait,
Twitch.tv.
Yeah, twitch.tv. Did I say .com? No, whatever.
You did.
Okay. Also YouTube, Roms Over Baghdad, YouTube Paradise. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all the plugs I needed to do. Plug your phone game. Oh my god.
Oh,
side duck?
movie. Great. It's gonna be rare.
What the fuck?
Oh no.
I spent all of £2 to get that.
Was it
It was
like
a special in-store card. Yes, it's from the movie. I'll put it up again.
Okay, so for the audio listeners, DJ is holding up a Pokemon card, but it is Psyduck from the upcoming Detective Pikachu movie. And it is in a plastic
really hard to see.
sleeve.
Yeah, because I haven't unwrapped it yet either. It's also like slightly hollow as well. There's like shiny bits, but you cannot see it whatsoever. But it's got shiny speckling to it. It's very good.
Can't believe it. That's going to be the image for the podcast. Congratulations. Thanks. That makes my life much easier when I upload this podcast. To have that image just ready to go. I want to thank everybody for joining us. Thank you guys for sitting around here and watching me run this podcast in the ground. It's been my pleasure to sink this ship with you into the Atlantic Ocean. I've been Albie. This has been Roms Over Baghdad, episode 162.
62, I believe.
62. Let's go with 62.
162, yes.
Okay, this has either been, so I can cut this back at some point, 162, 163, or 164. Roms Over Baghdad. Thank you, and have a good night.